Most dementia caregivers think burnout looks like a breakdown, but that's rarely how it starts. Instead, it looks like small changes, snapping more easily, feeling emotionally numb, or going through the motions of caregiving without the same sense of patience or connection you once had. And because these changes happen gradually, many caregivers assume something is wrong with them. They think, why am I losing my patience? Why am I feeling so tired all the time? And why does this feel harder than it used to? Today, I want to walk you through 3 early signs you may be headed toward burnout and what to do about it before it deepens. Now, this list is far from exhaustive, but it does offer a few signs to look out for. Hi, for those of you who are new here, my name is Dr. Sinclair. I'm a neuropsychologist, dementia care specialist, and founder of the Confident Caregiver Academy. Let's jump on in. Burnout in caregiving isn't simply about being tired. It's about your nervous system's response to prolonged stress. Care partners are often managing unpredictable behaviors, emotional stress, sleep disruption, constant decision-making. When the brain experiences chronic stress in this way, the amygdala, the brain's threat detection system, becomes more reactive. At the same time, the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for patience, for planning and emotional regulation, that becomes more fatigued. So the brain begins operating in a state of chronic stress response, and that's when burnout begins to develop. Think of caregiving like carrying a backpack full of stones. At the beginning of the journey, the backpack may feel manageable. But over time, small stones keep getting added. A difficult morning, a sleepless night, another medical appointment, another argument about taking medication, another moment where your loved one doesn't recognize you. One stone at a time, the weight grows. And eventually the backpack becomes so heavy that even small steps feel exhausting. Burnout often happens when caregivers have been carrying that weight for a long time without enough relief. You feel irritated more than compassionate. You used to feel patient. You understood your loved one was struggling. You reminded yourself that the disease was causing the behavior. But lately, small things are setting you off. The repetition, the questions, the resistance when you're trying to help. Maybe they refuse the shower. Maybe they ask the same question 10 times in 20 minutes. Maybe they accuse you of something that never happened. And suddenly you hear irritation in your voice. Then afterwards, you feel the guilt. You might think, why did I snap like that? I know it's the disease. I should have handled it better. But here's something important to understand. Irritability is not a character flaw. It's often a nervous system signal. When care partners are under prolonged stress, as I mentioned, your brain's threat detection system becomes more sensitive. Small stressors now begin to trigger even bigger emotional responses. Your nervous system is essentially saying, I'm overloaded. I need help. And this reaction does not mean that you don't love your person with dementia. It means your system is carrying too much for too long without enough recovery. And this is the first warning sign. Second signal, you feel alone even when you're not. Another early sign of burnout is something caregivers often struggle to put into words. You may be surrounded by people, friends, family members, coworkers, but internally you feel like no one truly understands what you're carrying. You may hear well-meaning comments like, just be patient with them. At least they're still here. You're doing such a good thing. And while those statements may be intended to encourage you, they don't necessarily make you feel understood. Because dementia caregiving involves a kind of emotional labor that many people haven't experienced yet. They just don't get it. You are constantly adjusting expectations, managing unpredictable behaviors, navigating grief while your loved one is still alive, and often making difficult decisions that carry a significant emotional weight. When caregivers don't feel understood, something important is missing. Humans regulate stress through connection. In neuroscience, we sometimes refer to this as co-regulation. Our nervous systems calm down in the presence of other regulated people. When care partners feel isolated, even in a room full of people, that stress has nowhere to go. And emotional isolation accelerates burnout, not because you're weak, care partners, but because caregiving was never meant to be done in total emotional isolation. If any of these signs sound familiar, care partners, feel free to share in the comments below which one resonates with you the most. And if you've discovered something that helps you manage the stress of caregiving even better, feel free to share that too. Let's keep the space kind, supportive, and judgment-free. Caregiving is incredibly hard enough, and everyone here is doing the best they can. Now let's move on to the next early warning sign of burnout. You're fantasizing about escape. This third sign often surprises caregivers the most because it can bring up a lot of guilt. You might find yourself thinking things like, I just want this to be over. I just want one day without this. I can't imagine doing this for years. I wish things were different. Sometimes caregivers even catch themselves imagining what life might feel like if things were easier. And when those thoughts appear, many care partners immediately judge themselves. They think, what kind of person thinks like this? I must be a monster. But these thoughts are not betrayals. They are signals. They are your brain's way of saying this level of stress is unsustainable. Your nervous system is trying to imagine relief. And imagining relief is a very human response when the system feels trapped in prolonged pressure. So if you've had thoughts like that, please know that you're not alone. And those thoughts do not mean that you love your person any less. They simply mean you're carrying a tremendous amount of pressure. So if you're noticing some of these early signs, the next question becomes, what can you actually do about it? Because telling caregivers to just take care of themselves is not particularly helpful when your schedule and responsibilities already feel overwhelming. So let's talk about a few shifts that can genuinely reduce burnout. What to do about it? One of the first ways to reduce burnout is to release perfectionism. Many caregivers enter this role believing they must do everything perfectly. They feel responsible for preventing every problem, for managing every behavior, and keeping their loved one calm at all times. That's impossible. Dementia is neurological. There will be difficult moments despite your best efforts. There will be days where things don't go the way you'd hoped. Letting go of the belief that everything must be handled perfectly can relieve a tremendous amount of pressure. Second, prioritize nervous system regulation. When your nervous system is constantly activated, everything feels harder. Small frustrations feel bigger. Decisions feel heavier. Your emotional reserves shrink. Sometimes simple actions can help reset your system, taking a slow breath before responding, lowering your voice instead of raising it, stepping out of the room briefly if it's safe to do so. These small resets may seem simple, but they help prevent your nervous system from remaining in a constant state of stress. And third, seek structured support. Burnout tends to decrease when three things happen. First, you understand what's happening in the brain and learn strategies to be more efficient as a caregiver. Second, you adjust your expectations around the disease. And third, you're not navigating the entire journey alone. For some caregivers, that support comes through education, training in dementia care, and community, like what we offer in the Confident Caregiver Academy. For others, it may include speaking with a therapist or counselor who understands the emotional weight of caregiving. Some caregivers also find support through faith leaders or clergy who can provide a space to process grief, frustrations, and the many complicated emotions that arise during this journey. Because caregiving often brings up a lot of feelings that people don't always feel safe sharing with others, having that space to process your emotions can make an enormous difference. You don't have to carry the entire emotional load by yourself. Support in whatever form feels right for you can help make the path feel more manageable. If you're early in this journey or realizing no one has explained what you'd actually be carrying, the Dementia Care Starter Kit is a grounding first step. It helps you understand what's changing in the brain and what to focus on so you're not just surviving day to day. You'll find that linked below. And for those of you who are ready for the training, the education, and community, then schedule a call with me. The link is also below to learn more about the Confident Caregiver Academy. You are not weak for feeling tired. You are human in a very demanding role, and you need support too. I hope today's video was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.